do, as well as leave a scene too long. Like, for instance, when he's hugging the mother, you could see everyone on the crew looking at me just going, say cut, please say cut, please say cut. And again, on that, they were like, the moment it does cut is the moment when they all just gave in and burst into hysterics because they couldn't like struggle with each other anymore. And I was just sitting there going, no, I'm not going to cut. Watch them just kind of, you know, struggling with each other. It got funnier and funnier the more they did it. The more just and then there were things like, there's little bits like, you know, when he's eating cake, he says, how's your physical fitness? That's the line, and normally when how's your physical fitness cut and they're doing exercise. On one of the takes, Rob was stuffed his mouth full of cake, he went, how's your fitness? He said, oh, so. And then everyone cracked up and burst into hysterics. And I went, okay, fine. And then in the edit room I was like, right, I'm just going to find the frame just before. So if you were really lame, right, you pause the DVD and like go through it frame by frame, you can see like at the end of that take, you can see Mike's face going, just about to burst into hysterics, you know. Also looked like he was just about to vomit because he didn't like eating sweet things. He really didn't like eating sweet things. He didn't like eating cereal, he didn't like eating the cake. So he's like, you can see him, he's like just trying to eat this thing and not look kind of nauseated. And so there were lots of little bits like that, you know, lines like, oh, you're such an idiot. And all those things were just little bits Rob would add to the end of the scene, a little line like that would just kind of add something to it. Just the little subtle things are quite good.
Was the very end one of those?
Wicked. Exactly. This is one I discussed with him when I saw him. When was last time? Well, it wasn't last time. I remember when he was in Austin, we were talking about that a little bit, and I was saying, when you said wicked, did you mean, was it you acting in the character and saying that that'd be a cool little line at the end, or was it actually that you were just pleased that we'd got a take that worked and you were speaking to the rest of the band? And you know, he was kind of, essentially they all had to get up on stage and perform, and we'd record it because it was a real performance. It was all recorded for real. There was no miming, because I didn't want to have that again. In movies you have people miming along to pre-recorded tracks and it's lame. I just hate it, so it looks phony. So I was saying they've all actually have to learn to play. Apart from Mike, who had trouble learning to play the drums, so we had to give him a pre-recorded backing track which he can't mime along to. Cut around the bits that was completely out of time and stuff. If you actually look, just as a sort of joke, because everyone knew how clearly he wasn't a musician, if you look, he's sitting cross-legged playing. And I'm a drummer and I can tell you it's not possible, you can't do it. Yeah, so that was wicked. I think it was kind of almost like actually real. We just turned to the rest of the cast and that was wicked, that's a really good take. And as soon as I saw that one, I went, yeah, that's got to be the last line in the movie. It's just like so subtly upbeat, you know? And that's how I want the movie to be. Sorry?
How'd you like Austin, Texas?
I liked it a lot actually, it's pretty good. Lots of Tex-Mex.
Would you like Austin?
Very good Tex-Mex. No, Austin was good. It was nice. So relaxed.
Use those little penny cabs getting around?
No, I had a person that drove me around. I was treated like royalty when I went to Austin, it was great. So I had like a really nice guy that drove me around. And then I remember going to, they've got a thing that's called something springs, and it's like a pool, and I went swimming in that, yeah. I guess it must have been, it was like October, it was October when I was there, so in England it was freezing, and I got to Austin and it was like boiling hot, and we were swimming in this lake stuff. I was thinking, yeah, I like this. It was my birthday as well. That is, yeah.
Cool.
You should try it.
It's the San Francisco of Texas. Another question?
What made you decide to use the cello?
I like it. I think it's just a beautiful instrument, and it. I don't know really. I mean, I think essentially we wanted to kind of open the tracks out. We wanted to kind of experiment with different instruments, and we had things like prepared pianos, tap pianos, dulcimers, where we used biros on Appalachian dulcimers and things like that to kind of get distinctive sounds and melodies. But from the start, I just thought there's something about the cello that's very interesting in terms of the way it shifts when you shifts through chords and stuff, and at the bottom end of a string arrangement it's really pretty. And I love like the way Brian Wilson used to write for strings, in the 60s with Pet Sounds and stuff. I always loved the way you arrange cellos, so I tried to kind of.
It's very moody.
Yeah, it's a nice instrument.
Will there be a soundtrack that we can buy?
Yeah, I can't remember the day, I think so. Oliver might remember it.
I do.
28.
April 28th.
This has happened quite a lot, actually, so far. You know more than me, but yeah, it's available on iTunes, and you can signed posters. There's 250 copies with a signed poster by Rob. So
That's why I ordered it the
Cameron's
first
going to
day.
selling here. Can't just say signed posters. There's signed posters in the first. There's going to be 250 ones that go out if you pre-order the hard copy actual CD as opposed to the digital one. And randomly, some of those have money ordered. You know, some of those are going to have the signed poster from Rob. So if you didn't get the signed poster at audition here, you can get the signed CD inlaid box.
you can pay like
Fun to
$40
see.
as opposed
What are
to
the odds
250.
again? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what he said, did you?
I was speaking to someone today, and we've got a whole lot more of these signed posters, and we were like, hey, we should do this in like Chicago or whatever. So if anyone can make it out to Orlando or Chicago or whatever, we're going to be like, I don't know if we'll auction them, but we might be giving them away as a prize or something. So I guess Chicago's a bit of a schlep.
Yeah, it'll only cost you about $50 to go to Chicago, so
Yeah.
you'll be
It
safe.
actually might be cheaper to get a flight to Chicago and try and get rid of it.
Yeah. One more question. One more. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to know about the, sorry, I
We'll
need,
do a few more.
okay. I need to know about the wardrobe. It's annoying at the same time. Did you pick it?
The wardrobe.
Yes, the wardrobe, him, you know,
Yeah.
and the mother and the
Yeah.
father.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all pretty self-explanatory, I guess. The mother, we tried to age her as much as we could because I was always worried that she was a bit young. And I'd seen her in movies like, you know, from the 90s or whatever, and I was like, oh, it's fine, you know, it's 10 years later now, so she'll look so much older. And she turned up, walked in, and she was like, you know, she'd been living in LA for how many years, so she'd like gone, she'd aged backwards. It's like Benjamin Button. He's like, oh no, you know, she looks so young. So we tried to kind of age her and make her seem very like, austere and everything. It's the kind of approach we took there. And the father, again, we wanted to make him look kind of sort of fuddy-duddy and sort of tweedy and everything. And then with Nicky, we just wanted to make him look like an idiot. So
It's fun making Mike look like an idiot. I really enjoy doing that.
Yeah. So that was good fun to make him look like an idiot. And then with art, yeah, we just it was like subtle little things. We wanted to get this. There was this red that I was obsessed with getting in, this kind of autumnal red that you see in the opening sequence. And you'll actually notice all the way through the movie there's little bits of this red. When you haven't got much money, it's very hard to have a very cohesive visual sense because you're just dealing with what you've got all the time and you're really struggling, you've got no time and you can't be a perfectionist because, you know, if I don't get it in the can, it's not filmed. You know, it's not like we can go back and shoot another day. We don't have an extra day or we don't have pickup days, so it's you know, that way. So often I had to think, right, well, what scenes really matter to me? So scenes like the bit when he's in the mirror, I had to get that right. So we spent a lot of time making sure that shot worked. And that was a really hard one because we were supposed to be chucked out of that location and I was like, I'm not leaving. You'll have to like figure, you know, make a deal because we've got to get this right, you know. And then the jacket's great. Well, the jacket's kind of, what it was as well, as I said, I want there to be some references to movies because I'm a lame movie geek, so, you know, or there's references to movies and everything. So that jacket was kind of a reference to Harold and Maude. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but an amazing film, like one of my favourite films of all time, and set in San Francisco. And the guy has a jacket and I said it'd be great to have some little references and that kind of
Harold
had a
and
Harold and
Maude.
Maude feel about it. And then like his jumper has this red on it, which is the right red, so he wears that all the time. And then we thought it'd be funny if like he wore the same pants that he wears when he's in the supermarket, which are these like awkward, really short like things that make him just look a little bit, you know, awkward and stuff. And it's like, you know, he's like genuine, he's not a geek, like, oh, I'm a geek chic, look how cool I am, I've got like big thick rimmed glasses and stuff. He's like a genuine geek, someone who just doesn't quite know what to put on a bit, like me, basically. So, you know, that was fun to do actually. Yeah, that's fun. And then Ronnie had his own like great kind of outfits that we put together. It was good. The costume design on that, Lucy Harvey, did a really, really good job. I was really pleased with her. She was amazing.
Okay, thank you very much, Joe.